Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page, where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Like tonight's film, this is 1973's fascinating, diverse, boundary breaking, unpredictable, surprising, interesting, unique, exotic, Pets from 1973. The tagline at the top is Rare and Dangerous Species, Pets in Vivid Color. This is the back of the Blu-ray DVD put out by Vinegar Syndrome. This was originally released on DVD some years ago and grossly out of print, and now it is in print on Blu-ray and DVD. This is 1973's Pets. You know, the big star here is Candice Ryalson. I don't know how you pronounce her last name. There she is right there. And this woman is also in the film as well. Let's get into this extremely fascinating film because it is unlike anything that I've ever seen before, and I guarantee you it is not what you are expecting. It is not a film just from the title and the poster art. It is not a film that you are expecting by any means at all. This film goes into the worlds of sexploitation and blaxploitation and crime and white slavery and gender issues and a road movie and an exploration of one's self and one's place in the world. What does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a man? The streets of Los Angeles, the beaches of Los Angeles. This is an extremely weighty, complex, and deep piece of art. This film, I'm going to have to say, I know there was an alternate title of One Night Stand, but this title right here, Pets, for this film, I don't think there has ever been a film that is more appropriately titled than this right here, Pets, because it's within this title that we get such complexity sociologically, philosophically. I mean, my gosh, to say gender issues in this film is not doing it justice. It's not giving it enough. We have the love of a woman to a man, the sexual need of a woman for a man, and the sexual need or the lack of a sexual need of a woman for a man. We look at both of those worlds. We also look at the world of the view of a woman by a man, the view of a man by a woman. To say that this film explores heterosexual relationships and homosexual relationships in the lesbian sense it's not saying enough. It's not even it's not exploring enough. Because as we are looking at the lead woman in this film, played by Candice, Bonnie is her name in the film, and she is particular about people calling her Bonnie at one point in this film. We are with her. We are following her. We are in her mind, in her reality, in her worldview. And yet at the same time, we are perplexed by her. As the viewers of this film, we are perplexed by her. We are intrigued. We're figuring things out about Bonnie as Bonnie is figuring things out about herself. this film has violence. It has tenderness. There is a strangeness to this film. There is a wildness. There is a boundary-breaking freedom to this R-rated film. You never know where it's going. You never know where Pets is going. I say that completely with just with the utmost. You never know. And the runtime for this film is a perfect 102 minutes. And in that 102 minutes, from the first minute of the film, you are completely sucked in. You're sucked into a world of never knowing, never fully grasping, never fully understanding, yet knowing and eating and taking it in on another level of pleasure. Real pleasure with this film. Let's get into the world of 1973's Pets right here. I want to look at the music for this film. We have psychedelic 70s rock music. We have 60s music in here, some 60s rock music to a great striptease, great dancing in that one particular scene. We have Carpenter's like 70s ballads with lyrics that are introspective. And we have, at a certain point in the film, sporadically, some very strange atmospheric cues that happen in here. And it might take to the second time of it happening, you got to catch yourself. What the hell was that? You hear it, but you don't hear it, and it feels weird. What's happening? Is there a tonal shift happening in Pets? Is there something happening in this film here? We have 70s dramatic piano music that could almost seem romantic at times. It almost seems pure 70s, maybe a television drama, or is it romantic? Is it dark? Is it something? Is it the world of 70s exploitation? And we also have darkness. We have darkness. I would say slightly oppressive darkness in the soundscapes, in the atmospheric music of Pets. My gosh, this is such a unique experience. I mean, this is a film of characters. We're with Bonnie. We're with Bonnie at the get-go of this film. And we're with her as she meets character upon character upon character. And as she encounters each character, she encounters different environments, different homes, different cars, different worlds that are unraveling into a crescendo climax that this film ends on. Mysteriously, the word mommy is used at 2 different times in this film for a male character near the beginning of the film, and then to a female character later on. In a very, very bizarre fashion, a very bizarre way. It kind of sucker punches you with her. And there is the motif of dogs in this film. Very, very bizarrely and mysteriously, a focus on dogs And it happens throughout the film. And you might not even recognize it. You might not even see it. And then you start to really, really see it as the film moves on. What is happening here? Why is there such an emphasis on dogs? Does it seem direct or is it indirect? It all depends on the way that you watch this film. And then I'll tell you that starts to unravel right before your very eyes and your ears. Keep your ears open. Keep your ears open to the dialogue as the theme of dogs, the theme of pets unravels thematically within the storyline, addressing different characters, men and women. This is a film of surprises, and you have to let this film surprise you. Don't read anything about it. And in this, you know all of my videos, I do not give, I'm not somebody who gives spoilers. I'm not somebody who, tells you every single thing that happens. I don't do that. And this is such a beautiful film to experience as a sucker punch, a great big sucker punch to you. This is a film that flirts with dialogue about gay people in a derogatory fashion, using the word fag, and in the blaxploitation world, but also there are racial elements to this film, using black characters and white characters, using the words honky and nigger, and you have these words being used in a crime world and in a racial world. There's fire here. There's things happening. There's hatred. There's misunderstanding. It's all here. We have the rape of a man by a woman. But yet it's not that simple. We explore the needs of a woman, the sexual needs of a woman. We have a character, Bonnie in this film, so interestingly, has a love for dogs. That might not mean a lot to you at the beginning of the film, but as the film moves on, again, the title, Pets, as the film moves on, that Bonnie's love for dogs and pets, what does that all mean? And we have a character in this film that hates dogs that we meet in this film. What a fascinating, awesome character as well. She's on the cover of the movie here that I showed you. And scenes of that hatred and that love. You might think you know where this film is going, and you have no idea. There are 2 title cards at the beginning of this film, separated by a little period of time. Fascinating. Why? What is that? What is that? Why did that just happen? The acting in here is incredible. Bonnie, played by Candy, she is unbelievable. Look at her nonverbals. Look at her face. Look at her eyes. The woman, the artist, and then the collector. This is a film dealing with the themes of creating art and also collecting art and collecting things. This is a movie of animals and collecting animals as well. Who are the animals? Who are the pets? Specifically, as we look at gender issues, men and women, are we both pets in different ways? This is an experience sexually where you will have some wonderfully sexual scenes in here of simulated sex. Lots of allure with Candy's legs and upskirt shots in her mini skirt and her panties, and you will see her breasts. And it'll erupt out of nowhere in ways that you were never expecting, folks. Okay? The ways that you were never expecting. This is a film of driving from place to place, location to location. There's nothing like this. On the back of this Blu-ray, it says, a truly unparalleled exploitation film viewing experience. We have the worlds of sleaze. We have the worlds of art. And the combination of those. Worlds of crime, race, gender, violence. Possible coming of age. This is 1973's Pets. Thank you so much for watching a 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more, like 1973's Pets. Thank you so much, and please feel free to check out my own personal films at youtube.com/poopy diarrhea. That's POOPY diarrhea. Thank you so much, and good night.